Hey, what is going on, man? Well, Anthony joining me in the studio. Okay, I am not showered. I don't smell that bad, no, right? All right, that's good. Got the glasses on today, just showing a little bit of wisdom in here. So Anthony's got this fallacy, man, this fucking thing that people are always about. And it's a big thing that people say. People love to blame the area that they're in for the lack of social life that they can possibly have. So Anthony moved here from upstate New York, and one of the things he heard was, if you move to Los Angeles, it sucks there to meet women. You know, it's really challenging. So what are some of the things that you heard about Los Angeles? And I want you, all of you watching right now, I want you to substitute Los Angeles. For every time Anthony says Los Angeles, I want you to substitute the name of your town, okay? You know, so Anthony might say Los Angeles, you might say New York City, you might say Chicago, you might say Sioux City, Iowa, whatever it might be. You might say Lake Arrowhead. It doesn't make a difference. So Anthony, what was the what were the rumors about Los Angeles?
Yeah, mainly just people said it sucked for dating because a lot of people are so materialistic out here that it's really hard to find like a real person to have a relationship with. I think at least that's how I interpret it, I think. And I can see where they're coming from a little bit with that, but I don't know if I fully agree with it. I think they just probably dated the wrong people or tried to date the wrong people.
Okay, so there's a saying that says, what you think about, you bring about. Okay, everybody likes to make an excuse. They want to blame the place that they're at. Let's just blame it. Let's blame where we live, okay? New York City sucks because there's, there's X amount of this, or everybody wants money, or everybody wants this, or everybody wants this. And the thing is, our stories are bullshit. It's just stories that we make up that allow us to stay in that story, so it allows us to stay in the fear that we're in, so we don't push ourselves. I mean, the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter how old you are or what you're all about, there are plenty of matches for all of you. Los Angeles is not full of women that just want money. Are there women in Los Angeles that are nasty, gold-digging fucking bitches?
Oh,
absolutely, right? But you know what? There are probably some of those in Billings, Montana as well. There are wonderful people wherever you are, so you need to take the different perspective and say that to yourself. There's an abundance of wonderful people for me to date wherever I am. So that's the biggest thing that I think you and anybody else watching right now needs to really come up with. There is a mass quantity of amazing people to love, to be honored, and to date wherever I am. And you can't buy into where you live. Not everybody is this or not everybody is that. And that's just fear speaking. That's what I call a fear-based story that literally allows you to live that fear-based story. It's a validation. So then you meet somebody and she evaluates you on your job, and immediately you say to yourself, yep, I was right. I was fucking right about that. I knew that. So practice abundance. Change the way you think about something. Say there's so many amazing people. And people do this all the time when they live in small towns. They'll be like, there's just nobody around within 25 miles. Meanwhile, I got a friend of mine who lives in a place called Paducah, Kentucky. You ever been to Paducah, Kentucky? It's a shithole. I mean, it's not even Paducah, it's Paducah County. He lives in some little part. Paducah is actually nice compared to where he lives. He lives in a rural part of a town that literally has nothing at all. I mean, no food. Cracker Barrel is the best way to literally eat your way through Friday night. Cracker Barrel is just so good. And I went there and I watched him in action. He met one woman after the next, after the next, after the next. Why? Because his attitude and his mindset was abundance, okay? Just because he lived in a rural town that you could call a shithole, it's like, it wasn't. It was actually a town that was full of abundant people that wanted to meet somebody. Why? Because he literally has an abundant mindset about life. And that's what you need to have in order to meet somebody great.
Agree.
All right.
Good.
You have questions? Down below. You got an attitude fucking problem? Put it down below. Subscribe down below. Pass this on down below. And do all the other stuff you're supposed to do on YouTube.